Sweet. Thanks for hanging out, dude.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
You're welcome.
This is exciting. A little out of my wheelhouse, but we're going to do it.
It's a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you going to do with all this fame after this podcast?
I don't know. I've been thinking about it a lot and kind of see what happens.
Maybe tonight show's the first stop,
Might work up to that.
Yeah.
For sure.
Love it. Well, thanks for hanging out. Hey guys, Sam McVeigh here with Killer Growth Podcast, and I have Baylor Parker today with Prairie Pots. So we are going to learn about Baylor's story and about porta potties.
Fun
and maybe some stuff in between. It's a little messy.
It is messy.
You're going to clean it up for us.
That's right.
All right. So I like to start really simple. Your story from college to where you're at today.
Okay.
Give us that background, and then we'll start rolling into some other questions.
Okay. Played baseball at Butler for 2 years.
I'm having deja vu because your brother was on here.
Yeah.
He just said that.
Yeah, I got to play with him, which was...
Oh, you did?
Yeah, for a year, which was awesome. That was a great opportunity. Graduated from Butler. Went to Emporia for a semester. Did wildlife biology. Was not for me. Didn't make it past that semester. I did get into waterfowl hunting really hard during that time. When I should have been going to class, I was hunting ducks. And so I ended up starting a business with a buddy, a guide service. And we did that for 3 or 4 years and had a really good run at it. And then kind of figured out that took up way too much of our time, and we were starting families. And so I did shift work after that. Had some really hard jobs, did some utility work, and then had the opportunity to buy Prairie Pots and went all in. Quit my job.
There you go.
Yeah.
So let's start with Prairie Pots. Who founded Prairie Pots? And obviously then who you bought it from.
Jim Phillips, Zeke Reed, and Dave Green started it back in '86. And it was out of necessity for the Prairie Port Festival is why they started it. They were renting them. And they said, well, we should just buy 10 or 12 and then we could have them and use them for the Prairie Port. And then when the festival wasn't going on, they started renting them off on the side, figured out it's pretty good business. So they kept buying more, and 30 years later, still going. So. And
that was why they came up with that name, Prairie Pots.
Yeah.
Correct? It was for the Prairie
Port Festival, yeah.
That was a good festival. We should bring that back.
I got to go to a couple. It was good.
So Jim Phillips was your grandpa-in-law.
Yep.
So give us a little background on how that opportunity came about. What was that conversation like? And then you can kind of talk about you and your brother-in-law.
Yeah.
Maybe doing it together.
Before me and Abby were even married, we were with Jim. We were doing something, and he said that, you want to take this over one day? And I was kind of, yeah. That was 10 years ago, or
really?
Maybe even 15. I can't remember. And then so that planted that little seed in my head, and is kind of all I thought about. So every job I had, it was kind of, I still want to do this. I still want to do this. And so I'd bug him about once a year because he wasn't a guy you really wanted to bug, And finally they were ready, and I had the chance to do it, and Philip was on board, and kind of went all in, took the leap. So
let's talk about that transition. So they were obviously aging out. The manager at that time was Zeke, I believe, of the three partners. He was the managing partner. That was a tough transition. So talk about that. You buy the business, and then tell me about the next 3 months.
Yeah, we bought it, and kind of right when we bought it, everybody kind of passed away, like right then, and so I had to kind of really figure it out on my own, and which was good because I had to learn quicker, and I could make my own methods of doing things, but trying to track down where all the inventory was and just little equipment quirks, stuff doesn't work as advertised, but if you do this and twist this wire, you know, it'll work. So I had to figure it out pretty quick. But
so Zeke, you got the business, and what was that timeline? Zeke, he wasn't well, but you didn't think he was going to pass. That kind of sped up the whole transition.
Passed away before we even fully bought it. So it was kind of like they said, we're ready to sell. Said, okay. We started getting our end together. And then I was helping. I was still working my regular job, and I would help on like Wednesdays and the weekends because I had a odd schedule. And Zeke was obviously in the hospital during this time. And then one day, you got to take over. So I put in my 2 weeks that day, and it was a wild ride.
But before the deal was even done,
the deal wasn't even done.
Job.
Yeah.
That's wild. I didn't know you did both, so you were still working a job and part-time learning.
Yeah, and I thought I'd be able to do that kind of for a while, and
yeah, that makes sense.
Wasn't the case.
Yeah. So you take over, and then you say the inventory. So I'm imagining 30-year-old business. Zeke was how old, the managing partner?
I don't know. Pretty old.
Pretty old.
Yeah. It was all pen and paper. And
that's what I was going to ask. So
it was in Dave's pocket. That's where he kept it.
That was
where are these at? Pull out the sheet. And
the inventory location, which we're talking about porta potties, was in his pocket.
Yeah.
Like on a notepad?
Just a little written down paper that was folded up and
how
check
many
marks by it.
How many pots were there?
There was probably 50 or 60 out at that time.
Okay.
And that was the ones I knew about. I would get a lot of calls in those first weeks where it was, can you come service this, or where is it?
How do you think you found them all?
Yeah, I found all those ones. Yeah. It took a while, but
yeah, I bet.
Be driving around and just see one out there and
go.
I better go check on
Talk
that.
to them and say, "Are you our customer? You have our pot."
Yep. Or they sold some, here and there. So.
Yeah, that'd be hard to know.
It was a challenge. It really was.
That's hilarious. So fast forward, you get it all set up, 50 or 60 pots out. How many pots do you have out today? Or I guess we're in the off season, 250. But during busy, 250.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. Yeah.
A lot of growth.
Yeah.
So how many pots did they have when you bought the business?
Right around 100. And a lot of them were really outdated. I think we bought 60 that first 6 months. We added 60 to it and it would just kind of add to it all the time.
Yeah. So explain to me, in the porta potty business, who are the customers? Like, define some of the different customers. Like, are they taking them for a day? Are they taking them for a long time?
There's a lot of both. And this time, we're in the winter. There's not as many of those weekend rentals, and so it's still a lot of job sites is our main customers, construction sites or rock quarries, landfills, all that stuff. And those are the good ones because they'll have them year round. You can just add it to a route and maintain it. That's where we lose time is pickups and deliveries. So,
okay. So construction sites, that makes sense. Those are long term. What are the short term?
Parties. Festivals, you'll get some big ones, races, foot races and bike races, all that stuff. So
yeah,
any kind of weekend event where they need restrooms.
They've got lots of people there. That makes sense. So break down what goes into it, because I'm assuming it's pretty simple. You have a pot, and then you set it at a location. But if it's at a location for like a long time,
you stake it down. That's the big blowovers are the worst.
Okay.
That's a time killer.
That would be a time killer, especially if someone was inside.
Yeah. Hopefully they weigh it down, but
that's true.
Yeah. So we check on them once a week, unless otherwise specified. We do twice a week services on stuff.
What goes into that? What's a service?
Pump it. We disinfect everything. Scrub floors, scrub toilet seats, all that, wipe everything down. Everything gets pressure washed and then recharged. We have, the blue stuff you put in them. I don't even know what it.
Gotcha. Down in the.
You put it in the pot. Yeah. And then
gotcha.
Throw a 5-gallon bucket of water in there. And
Oh,
spray it down.
do you
Smell good.
when you pump? I've always actually wondered this. When you pump it out, are you just dropping a hose through the toilet hole,
Yeah,
or
right
is
in the
there an
toilet.
access?
No, just right in the toilet.
Right
yeah.
in the toilet. Yeah.
So you got to go in there, and you get pretty desensitized in a hurry. You just kind of another day, you know.
Another day. People poop.
Yeah.
Or what's the book?
Yep.
Everyone poops.
How much do they hold?
I think on like a normal standard one,
The question was, how much do they hold, from producer Tyler?
like a 50-gallon tank is what it is. And some of those events, you'd be surprised. I mean, they don't order enough toilets, so.
Oh, really? 50 gallons.
Yeah. How many floaters is that to a gallon?
Yeah.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
But you're only putting 5 gallons of water in a 50-gallon tank, and then it all just kind of, between the urine and the
it fills
feces,
up.
it all just balances out.
Yeah, it's
Do
pretty
you ever
crazy.
feel like it needs a little more water sometimes, or
Yeah, I'll do
Yeah.
that sometimes, yeah.
yeah, based on the situation, or
For
maybe
sure.
the construction site, they're peeing outside, but they're only pooping in the pot.
Right, yeah.
That could be a problem.
They use too much toilet paper. Everybody uses too much
Oh.
toilet paper. That's my PSA. You don't need that much.
Yeah.
It's expensive.
You should put bidets in your porta potties. Have you thought about that?
No, that's
Yeah,
a great
it'd
idea.
be an upsell.
I want air conditioners.
Like a heated,
bidet.
bidet.
AC.
they'd probably never leave.
That would be a problem.
You might have some homeless problems. You talk about that. What, as far as vandalizing or issues
Yeah.
with pots, especially if it's sitting at a site year round.
It's amazing.
They're not there year round. So
Yeah.
what stuff do you run into?
A lot of graffiti, you know, and
Like
Sharpie, stuff like
they
that.
just
It's not
draw-
that bad. Yeah, they'll draw on it. We have spray that it kind of just melts that stuff. But people carve in them, just poke holes. It's amazing. They rip the hand sanitizer off the wall. Toilet paper rods, they'll just pull out, steal the toilet paper.
just to take toilet paper.
I would have never thought there'd be that much abuse on a porta potty. But
Yeah, because I mean,
It's insane.
It's the hand sanitizer, the toilet paper roll.
mhm.
What other functional parts are there?
Yeah, you know, the toilet seats,
The toilet seat,
Other than that, the doors,
the door. Yeah.
all the locking mechanisms. We have to repair those a lot.
So do you have parts for all
Yeah.
of those? Okay.
Yeah. Try and keep a lot of parts, but yeah, they're rough on them.
Yeah. So you go to a site. You said you're cleaning every week or 2 weeks.
Once a week.
Once a week.
Yep.
So you're once a week. What do you, on average, like, depending on, let's say it's a real close pot, what do you charge a month for a porta potty? Just a single porta
A
potty.
monthly, we're right at 120.
$120 a month for a
Close
then-
by.
Yeah.
There's a lot of factors.
Distance plays into that monthly
Yeah.
rate, I'm sure.
hmm
Yeah, especially if you're going every week to clean them.
Right. Yeah.
How quick can you clean a pot?
Oh, I mean, it's 7 minutes is about.
It's pretty good.
If you do a good job, you can do it faster. But
I couldn't use the restroom in 7 minutes, so
Yeah.
that's impressive.
you gotta make a lot of stops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does your guy that runs all the service, does he use the porta potties as well? He's probably out in the middle of nowhere.
yeah.
Yeah.
You're always going to a bathroom,
right.
so
It's perfect.
got to make it to the next stop.
Make it to the next stop. That's perfect. What's the hardest part about that business? It's an interesting business. I like the part that you can fix. Obviously, everybody's in any kind of rental business. They depreciate. Any asset they're renting out depreciates a lot. But you're saying it's pretty easy to fix them up
Yeah.
for the most part. What's a situation where you can't fix something that's happened before?
I've had them blown up with mortar rounds.
Oh,
Had one in Wichita get burned down. Like they lit the toilet paper on fire and just it burned the whole sidewall down, and then it melts the tank, and yeah, that was a crazy phone call. Just a lot of damage like that. And most of it you can fix. You can order just the panel for the side.
oh, okay.
You can order, all the parts, but sometimes when it burns the tank and the floor, it's kind of just
Yeah.
cut it up and get a new
Save
one.
some parts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, save what you can.
What do you do with an old, is there any how do you dispose of an old porta potty? Is it
I have a
just
bunch
like
of them sitting
anything
over there.
else? Yeah,
They're hard to get rid of. Yeah, they're hard to get rid of.
Yeah. Yeah, I would think, which, I mean, I don't like anything else you haul out to the dump.
Yeah,
It's just like poop
just
and
smash it. Yeah,
yeah.
you clean them out.
I don't think
know?
there's like a environmental issue
No, I wouldn't think so.
with the porta potty. Yeah. So talk about just the business model as a whole. Do you have a certain amount of placements? Do you have a certain amount? How do you think about the business? Like, I need to have a certain amount out at all times, and this is where the business is healthy.
Yeah, I don't have those numbers figured out. I'm still kind of just want to get them all out.
Yeah,
and then man up to be able to service everything. I like the events. They're a lot more work, but it's a nice little chunk of change whenever you can
because
add that on.
I'm assuming you're getting the same rate for just a weekend that you do a month.
Yeah, for the most part. Yeah, unless it's a really big order, there'll be
give
some
a discount.
Mm-hmm. But just hauling them around, pickup and delivery, that's the main expense and time crunch there, because the service them, it doesn't cost that much, but getting them there and picking them up, that's the hard part.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I've been to events, they have probably 100 at them, or
crazy.
more.
I don't know how they get them all there.
Right. I was going to say that's a lot of trips,
Yeah.
or you get a big flatbed. So what do you guys use to deliver porta potties?
We have some 8-unit haulers that can fit 8. Most of the time, just little trailers.
Okay.
Yeah, we have trailers, but you can only fit 28 in like a 53-foot semi, cargo trailer. So I don't have that, but
right.
I don't know how they get them all there. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah, no kidding. So when you're buying porta potties, is there a lot of options to buy? I'm thinking of, you said you bought 50 or 60 and then you get more.
Yeah, you kind of just you can buy 28 at a time in those loads. So you try and fill a truck because the freight kills you,
Sure.
Yeah, we'll buy as many as we can. And I forgot where I was going with that, but.
Well, I was I did a bad job on my question. Brand wise, like how many people actually manufacture porta potties?
There's 3 or 4 big ones.
Okay.
And you kind of.
More than I thought there would be.
They had a certain brand, and I liked that style. They're pretty durable, and I think they look nice. So we just kept going with those. We get all the same. That way you have all the parts and easier to work on.
I was told to ask you about porta potty convention. Is that a real thing?
It's a real thing. Yeah,
it is.
It's a big deal.
Really?
Yeah.
So what? It's just the 4 manufacturers of porta potties are there. And
I'm sure there's some smaller companies in there, but yeah, and then the pump trucks, that's high end.
Oh,
that's expensive equipment, and a lot of people build those out and sell them, just for this industry.
Because you don't want like a big. It's not like a massive septic truck, right?
Yeah,
it's a small. You're only pumping out a little 50-gallon. They're not full, I'm assuming, most of the time.
Yeah, we have some 400-gallon tanks and a 600-gallon tank, and then an 1,100-gallon waste tank. So,
and at the weight level, you probably don't have to have a CDL if you get a smaller truck too.
No CDL.
So that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So how long till you hired your first employee from the day you took over to?
It was a little after a year, and then we started doing septic tanks, and that kind of took off. So I got really busy with that, and so I decided to hire somebody. And then it was kind of, as soon as I hired that guy, it freed me up so much. And then now he's really busy. And then we were able to buy out our competitor here. And that was a great opportunity. And we got one of his guys with it. So now I'm trying to manage 2 guys and keep up with everything else. So
yeah. So let's talk about that. There was only 2 porta potty companies in the county, pretty much, I think.
Yeah.
And
McKellar.
it was you and another guy, and you bought him out.
Yeah, I had the opportunity. He was ready to get out, and they built up a good business and wanted to simplify their lives a little bit. So I jumped all over that. It was a great opportunity. So
that's awesome.
we kind of doubled overnight,
That's essentially what happened.
Yeah.
You guys were pretty similar size.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. How many pots was that?
Oh, right around 200.
Oh,
300 some trailers, yeah. So.
Jeez. And you got trailers with it?
Yeah, a couple trailers, couple trucks.
And the trailers are trailer restrooms. Is that or are you talking about the haulers?
We did have, for construction site, we had the little, not the luxury trailers.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I haven't got into that yet. That's a whole other
You should.
world.
I just think they're cool.
They are cool.
Just get into it so we can put one at your house for a party or something.
It'd be all right. It'd be my personal bathroom. But yeah, just getting all of that lined out. It was a big change. So we're getting there.
Yeah.
I'm able to do this and take an hour off.
Right.
So,
that's a big deal.
Yeah.
I mean, from even when I talked to you probably a year ago, it's changed a lot.
Yeah.
So talk about that acquisition. He just reached out to you for people that are looking to expand by buying competitors.
Yeah.
That's a cool story.
Yeah. And I used to work for him back in the day,
really?
and doing construction, and we got along great. So I think that kind of helped,
So you had some background.
For sure. Yeah. And he'd always joke with me, like, when are you going to buy me out? And so, whenever,
Let me know.
And finally he was serious. And I said, we'll figure it out. And then, Philip's been nothing but good support, and he's on board, and I've had just a ton of support and help. So it's been good.
Yeah. So talk about that. You and your brother-in-law went into this together. How has that been? What does that look like for someone thinking about buying something or doing something versus doing it alone to partnering with someone?
It's been
why'd you do it? What's been good?
I know my strengths and taxes and going to the DMV and keeping up with all that stuff. That is not one of them. I can do the work, but I don't have time for all that. And he's really good at that stuff. So we kind of just distribute the work like that, and
the admin stuff. Yeah, he helps you with all the.
Yeah, and I could learn it, but I think I could put my time elsewhere.
Sure, you can move a little quicker.
Sure,
right?
Yeah,
having a partner there that picks up stuff that you isn't going to necessarily produce profit, but has to be done.
And then some of those decisions, I think, I don't really want to make by myself. I'd like to have input and just have help with that. So it's been good. It's been really good.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah. Let's talk about so how long were you employed? This is the first time you've been self-employed, and it's been 2 years?
2 years, yeah. A little over 2 years.
So prior to that, you're 30, how old?
35.
35. So essentially, I guess you did the hunting deal guide.
Yeah.
Then between there, it was 8 years of being employed somewhere else, which schedule, you can still work a lot when you work somewhere else, especially in utilities.
Yeah, I worked a ton, yeah.
Did you think you would have to work this much when you got into the porta potty?
I knew it was pretty hands-on. It's not like a passive.
Yeah.
And, you have to visit each pod every week, and there's just a lot that goes into it. The thing I like is that I can choose my hours. I work a ton of hours, but if I want to coach baseball, I would have never had that chance because you can't take off work that much,
Yeah.
But here I can just start earlier or do more today.
Or go back later.
Yeah, go back later. So it's been really good. There's no ceiling. That's I felt like every job I've had, there's always a ceiling. And you get kind of hung up. I like the idea of legacy and, leaving something behind, and whether they want to do it or not, it's an option.
Yeah.
So,
No, that's actually a really good thing to talk about. So the ceiling, you're referring to your income at a company.
Sure.
That always bothered you.
Sure.
You just be like, well,
this is it.
This is it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a foreman.
Yeah. Right.
Which is great.
Right.
Which is great. It kind of makes it harder to want to go every day.
Sure.
when this might be what you do forever. So
Yeah, without a lot of.
that wasn't for me,
Yeah,
for sure.
that's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
I'm not really talked about that much on this podcast, really, of the draw of. We've talked about flexibility, the time thing, the coaching thing, but just the fact that what does that do to you mentally or emotionally? The right person. I think some people, you get into a spot and it's a passion. Who cares if you're at your ceiling because you love what you do?
Right.
And, and that's great.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think some people, if your passion isn't cleaning porta potties, but it's to build a business that gives you time and not a ceiling, then that's also great.
And I think that's the fun part is building it. You kind of get addicted to it, see what we can do.
You're hooked now.
Yeah, for sure.
So talk about that transition of the assets when you acquired, Kansas Mobile Thrones is who you acquired. When you took that over, taking over the customer base, how did you talk to the customers? That always scares me, the idea of buying out a competitor.
Yeah.
Talk about that. What were the good things, the bad things, or what went?
The hard part was finding all their stuff too, because they had a system that worked really good for them. It was a little different than ours. And once we got all that tracked down and everything moved over, the customers really were very good. Nobody. I got some phone calls like, "What's going to change?" And I just assured them that we're not going to change anything, or we're not going to raise prices or do any of that. Everybody was really understanding, and it's just getting the email, the phone number, all this stuff that you don't really think about until it's time to do it. That has been the hard part. And having two phones, that's been that's the worst.
Sucks.
But it's been good though.
Yeah,
it went about as good as it could go.
Did you see any fall off? Like someone's like, "Oh, well, I'm probably going to go get a quote." Then, did you have anybody say they're going to go out to market?
Not yet.
No. Great.
Not yet. We just try and do a really good job.
Yeah.
So
they don't go anywhere.
Do a really good job and go above and beyond and do what you say you're going to do. You're going to drop it off at 10. Drop it off at 10,
Yeah, that's good. So when this business, I'm assuming from a marketing perspective, is probably mostly referrals.
Yeah.
Google would be a big part of this, I would assume.
Yeah.
People looking for porta potty rental, if it's a contractor from out of town or an event, someone that's not familiar with people, or they need to get a couple quotes.
Yeah.
Where have you spent much time in the growth side of the business? Of, do you knock on doors? Like, talk to me about how do you get new customers?
The Google ads has been the big one, and word of mouth referral. And that was a lot for me to learn because I didn't know what SEO was or any of that stuff.
Yeah.
And I still don't really know, but we're trying to, and you've helped a ton with that.
Sure.
But getting all that lined out, getting
Well,
Google
if you want to
My
sound really
Business.
smart, you can just say search engine optimization.
Well, that's too much to say.
Yeah, I agree.
Well,
Just say
now
SEO.
I know what it is.
Right.
Google ads has been good. I think word of mouth has been the biggest deal. And
Sure.
Facebook's pretty good too. Any of that stuff, it's free.
Right.
I'm bad about posting it, but
yeah, it's hard. Yeah, that social media for your type of business makes sense for the event side. I'm sure on the contractor world, it's probably not going to influence a lot. But, there's people that probably have parties on their property that need porta potties.
Yeah. Just redoing the website,
Yeah.
Trying to make it really simple for people to book.
So talk to me about how everyone else does that and how you, like, where do you see Prairie Pot evolving to be the easiest to work with? For example, everybody, I'm assuming you can go to a website and find some info.
Mm-hmm.
In your industry, do people put out their pricing on their website?
They don't.
They do not.
No.
What do they normally have on their websites?
You call for a quote, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Kind of just a description of the equipment. It's all kind of the same,
Yeah.
It's kind of like a big secret for everybody. What are you getting for a pot? You know?
Yeah.
But I'd like to go open pricing and book online. You just make it really easy.
Yeah.
'Cause that's how I want to do it, you know?
Yeah.
I don't make 5 phone calls and wait for an email back just to get a porta pot. So,
Right. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't need to be a big game, and there's probably fail safes you can put in for
yeah.
larger orders that would allow for,
Yeah.
a custom quote or not happy with price, please contact us.
For sure.
There's a lot of those fail safes, but you nailed it on the head. I think pricing online scares everybody. When they finally do it, you realize how much communication you save.
Yeah.
How many tire kickers walk away that are going to bug you every time and never go with you.
Yeah.
But they don't really have a reason to call at that point.
Absolutely.
So what other technology things are you looking forward to, as far as like making yourself more efficient, giving yourself more time, creating a better experience for clients?
The routing, we have a route for every day. We have multiple routes every day now. Getting all that lined out, that's a big deal, because you don't want drivers in the same spot driving by each other. And,
Sure.
it doesn't make any sense.
If he's going that way,
right,
and I'm going that way.
So it's just, and that's on my end. I need to lay that out for them as best as I can. So that's been a lot more work for me. But once you get those routes kind of dialed in, you can add and subtract from them. If one comes out, add it to it. That's been the big deal, really.
Yeah.
Routing, keeping track of everything.
And I'm assuming there's a ton of software out there that does it. It's probably pretty niche to the Prairie Pot.
Yeah.
Or porta potty industry, or portable restroom industry. I'm assuming it's expensive.
Yeah, it's very expensive.
Yeah. Since it's so niche down.
Yeah.
So you just need to build your own.
I know. I haven't gotten that route yet. We have a software that we use, and it's pretty basic, and it does what we need.
Get you by.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, at least you're using software.
Yeah. Yeah.
No more pen and paper.
Yeah.
How do you inventory? Is the inventory assigned to location now on that software? Does it allow you to do that, or is that still kept somewhere else?
I kind of keep track of inventory in my head.
Gotcha.
But
yeah.
I touch it on, every pot that goes out or comes in.
Sure.
I know where everything's at, which,
I don't even know, because you don't do you have a serial number on a?
No, and I don't even use door numbers or, pot numbers. I don't even
that
label
makes sense.
anything.
I was going to say, how do you know which pot is, do you put a barcode on it?
Right. And you can. And I think if you have thousands,
that makes sense.
You probably need to do that.
Yeah.
But with 2 employees and this amount of pots, if they tell me one's broken at this rock quarry, I'll know where it is, I'll know which one.
Right.
So
yeah. But yeah, to scale that, I'm assuming this industry will always probably move towards consolidation. Like once you get systems in place, as far as you guys could probably very well acquire another company in the next 5 years, and that would make a lot of sense.
Yeah. But
to probably do that in a way that financially makes sense is having those systems and inventory systems in place. So it sounds like you're already moving that direction.
I'm working on it. Yeah. It's the inventory is a big one, because, I've been down to where I have like 1 pot left, and then you kind of get scared. Well, how many did I say I was going to put out? We always have enough. So.
Yeah, right. That makes sense. You get enough work orders, and then you're like, we got to take 5 out.
Day. Yeah, I'll do it. Yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah, that makes sense. Tyler, we just need to build the CRM for them. It's pretty easy. I think we could do it. We're just going to build one.
That'd be great. Yeah.
How much do the other guys charge?
The big dogs?
No, the software. Yeah, the expensive
one we
software.
Have is free. The expensive ones are $300 a truck.
$300 a truck.
Yeah.
All right. Note that, Tyler. We just got to beat that. And Baylor's in.
I'm in. Yeah. Yeah, that'd be handy.
Yeah. What other fast forward and perfect unlimited resources? You can just make everything the best it can be. So inventory system, routing. What else? What else do you want to incorporate?
Invoicing, reoccurring invoices, which
Oh, sure. Like put
stuff like that. Yeah.
nice, like auto or like auto charging.
Yeah.
Yep. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yep.
That makes my life
Little
easier.
Stripe integration, Tyler.
Yeah. All that.
Yeah. Love it. Talk about work-life balance, building this, like what's the hardest part to balance with you're excited, you're hooked,
Right.
you got a family,
But
like,
you got to go home at some point.
you gotta go home.
And I've been getting better at that. Leave the phone in the truck and, play with the kids.
Yeah.
Just tune out for a minute. Take trips.
Yep.
It'll be all right. I got guys now.
Yep.
And they do a great job. I can leave for a day
That's huge.
and it doesn't burn down. So that's been the biggest part, is just making myself go home,
Yeah.
because there's always something to do.
Oh,
always.
Yeah. Does that eat at you when you go home and there's stuff to do?
Not as bad anymore.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And luckily Abby's been just a rock, She, you know how that is.
Yeah.
Got to have that support. If they were yelling at you every time you go to work, that'd make it a lot harder.
It would be harder.
So I'm really fortunate there.
Yeah. Why I'm curious, like attrition, losing clients. What's the main reason you would ever lose a client?
Somebody could do it cheaper.
The shitter's full
Yeah.
too often.
Yeah. Which that would be you need more units or
Right.
more cleaning. So,
Yeah, there you go.
Price. It's all pricing.
It's all pricing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How can you overcome pricing in that industry by value? As in, like, can you charge more than everyone else for a reason?
I think
they
you can
appreciate?
with most customers if your service can back that up. I think if you don't do good service and then you charge more, it's probably it's bad. You're going to lose some people, but we just try and really do really good service. We want to be cleaner than everybody else and timely, efficient.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're one of the hardest workers I've ever met, as far as you're going to do whatever needs to be done.
Yeah.
And you want to make people happy.
For sure.
Like you take a lot of pride in what you do, which I'm sure that's contagious. Now you have some guys.
Yeah. I'm trying to push that on them.
How do you do that? That's hard.
How
do you replicate the Baylor Parker?
I give them the expectations, clear expectations,
Yeah.
This is how I want them to look. I know they're not going to care about it as much as me. So I try and take everything with a grain of salt if they're not, scrubbing every little thing. But they've been really good. And I don't ever put like time. I'm never like, you have 5 minutes to stop or anything like that. If it takes you a little longer, if it's muddier or anything like that, take the extra time and do it right.
Yeah.
So I don't have to get a phone call later.
Yeah.
And they've been great. So
It's awesome. Well, dude, good job. It's tough, and it probably feels good to be on the other side of these 2 years.
for sure. I was just talking about it the other day. I finally feel like, I can breathe a little bit and
Yeah.
it's good. And then I'll just do something else to overcomplicate my life.
Right. That's what business owners do.
Yeah.
But I think it's really cool that in your first 2 years, that's putting a lot on yourself. I mean, you and Philip, it's quite the undertaking just to take over something like that and try and make it better, but then to also acquire another one that had different systems.
Yeah.
That's a big deal. And now you got a taste for it.
Yeah.
Look out. You got a taste for it.
Yeah, it has been a challenge, and I've learned a ton.
Yeah.
And I've always had just great support from everybody else. Nobody's ever been like, I don't know if that's a good idea. Everybody's like, just do it. So,
well, you got a great family, great family on both sides. I'm sure your parents have been super supportive and your
always.
biggest cheerleaders.
Yeah. And my brothers, everybody's just.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They're so proud of you. Levi's always just like, it's just most amazing thing ever.
Yeah.
Prairie Pots. Prairie Pots,
It's
baby.
Prairie Pots.
Going to the moon.
Yeah.
Are you going to be the first? Has there ever been a porta potty put on the moon?
I don't know.
You should get yours. That you should
Need to get into
volunteer.
that.
Ship it to NASA. Just like, hey, if you
I
ever,
think they would.
if you need one,
They gotta have toilets on the spaceships.
They got, yeah, probably. But if they venture too far off,
Might have a job site up there.
just Mars. Let Elon know. We'd like our PP logo.
Be some great advertising, wouldn't it?
It would be. That would just be a good AI video anyway to make.
Yeah.
Just your porta
Have to
potty
do- I
on
don't know how to do
Mars.
that. Yeah.
That'd be hilarious. Well, dude, thanks for hanging out.
Yeah, thank you.
Anything else you want to
No, this
share?
is great. Yeah.
No, it was great. I learned a ton, and again, thanks for all you do. And
Yeah. Appreciate you.
we'll put all your info in the podcast, the link to your website. So
Okay.
if anybody comes across this that needs a good, honest, trustworthy,
That's right.
cleanest pots in the state of Kansas, Prairie Pots is the way to go.
Give us a call.
Give us a call. That's when you say your number, like within your jingle.
Oh, yeah.
Your phone
I don't have
number.
a jingle yet.
That's all right.
316-320-0490.
Yeah, that'd be tough to make a jingle
Yeah.
out of. It doesn't
not a
just
very good
roll
number.
off the. Yeah.
Call Prairie Pots.
Call Prairie Pots. Thanks, brother.
Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah.